I'm in someone's random house. Hi, I'm RocknRolltina. Welcome to Diversified Arts YouTube channel. I'm here in the Riverside County interviewing big strangers.
My name's Anthony, and I play the drums.
My name's Adrian, and I play guitar and vocals. My name's Adrian, as well, and I play the bass.
My name is Jay, and I play the guitar and sing.
So your EP, Moving On, is available on the web. What is your favorite song to play from it live?
Bravest Storm, definitely. Like that's our little jam session that we have at the end. There's just something magical about it.
Yes.
I feel like every time we play it.
Big time. We just go crazy at the end. Like everybody feels it. Even from like the early days when we were writing it, like there was some magic in the air when we were writing that song. So definitely the last song was strong.
Yeah, he breaks my stuff. It's pretty awesome.
It was somehow like
doesn't give me the chance. Doesn't give me the chance to do it.
He just does it
before. I'm like I go to hit a cymbal and it's gone. He just had knocked it over.
We're always like crawling on the floor, jumping on amps.
Yeah, this is really big thing.
He almost shorted out of the amp.
I jumped on my amp and I had a water bottle there. I remember putting on there, and after the show it was gone, and I was like, wait, what happened? And I remember jumping because like I kind of just like lose myself in the music. Like I don't think of what I'm doing, I just do it. And so I remember jumping on the amp, and I remember putting my foot exactly where the water bottle was. And it turns out my foot like literally crushed it.
Oh yeah, that's
and so it exploded open, and the top of the cap was like squeezed, and the whole ground was like full of water. And
I just hear like the stage guy after like
the last show we did.
Yeah,
At least you didn't splash someone in the face.
Yeah, well, it was in the back.
So what you're saying is people should check you guys out live and go to your shows.
Oh,
Definitely.
yes, definitely, yeah.
Because you're gonna expect some crazy shit, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Always
Always
something to throw in.
Stepping water splashing from the face action.
Yeah.
Every time, okay?
Every time.
every time.
So guys, is there any bands in the local scene you think that are awesome and need more exposure? Any friends, any bands that you think are really cool, but they're not as popular as the other ones?
Well, there's a lot of bands that we've played with, but they're not really from around here as much that we know of yet. But ones that we definitely love are the Earringers, Garage Dogs.
Garage Dogs. Yeah, they're actually from Riverside, so.
Yeah.
Garage Dogs, the Audience.
Audience, definitely.
I haven't heard any of these bands.
Yeah, well, yeah, the Audience
Keep
are down from
going.
LA.
What was that first band I saw?
The OK Shack?
Yeah, the OK Shack.
Yeah.
Oh, they're great.
Pretty cool.
They're awesome.
We know
Yeah.
OK Shack, so
Nice.
they're nice.
Really cool.
They made some Deep Sea Diva pins, right? Camera good? Yeah, camera good like this.
That's cool.
What genres are they?
Mostly like indie or garage rock kind of.
What makes them like awesome to you guys?
The Earringers lead singer has a
It's like butter.
amazing.
But
Like
yeah,
you
it's
can't
so
like
smooth.
just
It's
smooth it out on a slice of bread.
Damn.
and they have a
It's
keyboard
just
player
toast,
too.
yes.
Like
Yeah, it's
they're really good.
Their
They're
sound is
pretty
just really
tight.
good.
We met them at the
The
Chain Reaction.
right?
Like they went on before us, and unfortunately we weren't able to see their full set live because we were getting ready to load up.
No, that's not what happened. No,
we like the keys of the band. We were freaking out.
Who locked?
But we're not gonna point fingers.
We don't have. It's
Alright,
not
not
me
big-
or
not
Jay.
big up
It wasn't
band.
my car. I'll
It
tell
wasn't
you
me or Jay because we weren't there yet. So
It was when we had our old bassist too. I'll just leave
Okay,
it.
we'll just say that.
Yeah, but yeah, and like I remember like they were playing up first, and like I just hear like an amazing sounds coming out there. I'm like, dude, like what band is that? And I was like, swear to God, I've heard this song before. It sounds so like good. And then I found like their name was like Earringers, and I was like,
is it
that's
the?
awesome.
It's just Earringers, right? It's not the.
I think it's just
Earringers. Earringers. Good as
It's really
far as
nice. It's good indie rock.
So let's talk about some inspirations in music. Who inspires your music, guys?
I'd say that mostly for our sound, the Strokes.
He said Strokes, and I'm like, if they say Strokes, he wins. He gets stuck forever. Alright, Strokes,
I've listened to a lot of older bands like classic rock, and I kind of grew up on those, like the Beatles, Led Zeppelin,
Nice.
The Who. all of those, of course. What about you guys?
Yeah, same here. Like I think like the one thing that kind of unites us all is the Strokes. Jay actually didn't know about them until he met me.
Yeah, like I kind of got into them when we got into this thing together.
He's more into like the classic rock and stuff.
Yeah.
Me, like I was like exclusively listening to the Strokes all through high school. Like nothing else except indie rock, like the Strokes, Arctic Monkeys, Two Door Cinema Club.
Nice.
And like all that, and then like when I graduated and went off to college, that's when I kind of started listening to other stuff. Like I started listening to ska a little bit, and like Streetlight Manifesto, and then from there just like exploded. And now I mostly like listen to all the new bands that we like play with and down the LA scene and stuff like that.
Yeah, we always try to pick up a CD from all the bands that we play with on the way home.
You always have to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for me, like my old influences would be like the Strokes, Arctic Monkeys, all that like classic like indie rock. And my new influences would be kind of like the Buttertones and like other bands from the LA scene, just new bands that I'm listening to.
The same as Jay. I listened to classic rock when I was a kid because my dad listened to it. And then I moved to California and I got like into like Fiddler and Waves and like the Orwells and all the like, I think they call it, it's like noise rock.
Yeah.
Noise rock, but it's all from LA. And I like, that's my main thing is like punk rock. So
What kind of punk rock?
not like hardcore punk or anything. I like, I don't want to say like pop punk. I do love pop punk, but I
I
like.
think that was pop punk.
Yeah, but they're like, that's not punk, you know. This is punk, you know, how it is. But
He puts a lot of punk stuff in our music.
yeah, that's the main like, that's what I bring to the table.
I was heavily influenced by the Strokes, like back in high school, like non-stop. The Strokes, like a little bit of like the Libertines and Arctic
Oh
Monkeys,
yeah,
and
I could hear that.
Really into the Doors lately too, right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
just like recently, like just this past year, like I've been getting into it on like 60s and 70s, like the Doors, the Who, the Clash.
What do you guys want to achieve with your music?
I think the main thing is just we want to try to, just put our lives into our songs and be able to branch out and inspire other people.
Yeah, like our lives and our emotions, and just hit people like, in their feels,
In their soul.
In their
Yeah,
feels.
like,
What do you
just basically make people feel like what we're
Feelings.
feeling when we're playing it, you know? So yeah, I'd say just that, like just inspired. I mean, like we have this like cheesy thing on our social media, on our bios, like we're just a couple guys that are looking to live out our dreams, inspire people along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's really just it. Like we just want to make our music and enjoy doing that and inspire people as we go. Just like all these other bands, like I mentioned, the Audience, and like the reason like really that we started was because I went to go see them live like early on when I was just getting my freedom, and so like like I just got a car, I just got a job and stuff, and so I saw them live and I talked to them and I was like, wow, they're just like normal guys like me, you know? And I was like, I guess I could do this. And so then that's when I met Jay.
Yeah, I showed him our song Jane that's on the EP, the fourth one.
Yeah.
And then we just decided, hey, you know what? We don't have to be a cover band. Like, we could be
We were
a
going to
band
do Strokes cover band at first.
Wow,
Yeah.
I would have never imagined.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, like we're also complete strangers. Like we didn't know each other before the
I
band.
met this guy through a flyer that he posted at the community college over here.
Yeah.
Craigslist.
And Craigslist.
Craigslist.
And band
It works.
mix.
It works. You want to be in a band, just go to a community college and stalk other musicians. Craigslist, whatever, right guys?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's
Just
how it
meet
happened.
people, you know?
Oh, it's
Just do it.
surprisingly, it worked. I didn't
Yeah, somehow like the first people we met were like perfect
Yeah.
matches.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, this guy, like, he came in, like, with his, like, Stroke shirt, and, like, he had that fro, like,
Dude,
what,
I
like,
forgot.
was this, like, Albert Hammond Jr., or
Oh
what?
my God.
Seriously.
yeah.
So, did you guys always want to be in a band since like a young age? Like, growing up? Were you like, I'm going to be a musician one day? No. What did you guys want to be?
Well, I want to be a firefighter.
You could still
Police
do.
officer.
Nice.
But now you're in a band. Now you're in a rock and roll band. Oh well. Okay, what about you guys?
Well, actually, like, I'm kind of like a math guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm a math tutor right now. So, like, my alternate route would be like a math teacher almost. So, just kind of like, two sides of my life.
You got a rock and roll math tutor.
What did you
Yeah,
want to do, Jane?
to add on to that, like for me, it's always been like this thing with like music. I started music like in 6th grade, so since then I've loved it. and science. Like I've always liked science, so it was like this thing between school and music and which one to choose. And so like I actually like went to like UCI, like UC Irvine and stuff, like for a semester. And when I was there, that's kind of when I made up my mind. Like I wanted to be a physicist, like a quantum physicist.
God damn it, you guys are smart.
I was majoring in physics, and like I took AP physics and all that stuff, and it was really fun. But like I realized that like like I don't know, like I really wanted to put everything into the music, so I ended up coming back. It was a really hard like decision, and that's actually what I Just Gotta Do It is about. It's one of our songs on the EP. And it's about like even though my parents and everybody like thought that it was the wrong thing, like I knew that deep inside like something great was gonna happen if I did, and I ended up meeting Jay and everything.
Great.
So
Well, what do you know?
Yeah. So yeah, I want to be a physicist. No.
Yeah. And what about you? Want to be an astronaut or what?
I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be a baseball player,
Oh wow.
and then I didn't grow tall, and so I decided to play guitar instead. And then I started playing drums when I was like 17.
We're the Extrangers, and this is I Just Gotta Do It.
like in the Inland Empire far. I'm closer to LA area. Are you thinking about moving closer to where the music is at in LA?
I bug him about it all the time.
Why are we laughing? What happened?
Because I bug him about it all the time.
Yeah, he's always like saying about how we should move down to LA, and like I feel like it may be a possibility in the future.
Yeah.
But like as of right now, like we can do the drive and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
That's fine.
For right now.
Keep a home base here for
Yeah.
now, but once we're,
I see where things go, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it goes good or goes bad, you know, whether we stay where we are, we move up, probably still either would be good to move to LA, because if we're not that big, I feel like the bands that live in LA, that's all they do is just play night after night after night after night. They hang out in LA, people get to know them, you know, not just, you know, they show up, play the show and leave. Like Fiddler is one of my favorite bands, but they would hang after their shows, and they used to play shows in LA all the time before they were touring. And after the shows, you could just go like hang out with them.
Yep.
And they were totally chill. You got to like know them, which made you, dude, you gotta check out this band Fiddler, man, they're awesome. You gotta check out their record. And the next thing you know, like 3-4 years later, they're on tour. They're a pretty legitimate, you know, big band that started out, you know, spray painting shirts and you know making their own CDs. But I think that's the benefit of being in LA. They all lived together. They all recorded in their house together. They all made the whole record themselves, and just, you know, LA got to know them. That scene, you know, grew.
It's
So
definitely a process.
yeah.
So my last question to you guys: if you could form a supergroup of the greatest rock stars of all time, who would be in it,
Oh,
and
this is
what
awesome.
genre would it be?
And mine already kind of exists.
Oh god.
Like Them Crooked Vultures is Dave Grohl,
Yeah.
John
Love it.
Paul Jones, and Josh.
So we
Like, I
already
can't
got
really think of a better
Love
one
it.
than that, honestly.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
So
Super
that's
group.
pretty
I'm gonna have the cameraman in the background. Yeah, let's go. Cool.
No, it's serious. Like,
No, it's a great super group back then,
If
right?
I had to pick, like, all right, drummer's definitely Dave Grohl, like bass players. You can go like, what? No.
I'm not cultured.
I've thought about this question like many times, but I always think about like changing it, you know. So let's see, bassist. I really love John Paul Jones, like kind of
Like,
Yes.
yeah.
like he always just like kept Zeppelin steady, and I feel like he doesn't really get as much attention as he should a lot of the times. Drummer wise, I really like Bill Ward from Black Sabbath.
Nice. Awesome.
Like I always felt like that he added an extra, kick to everything, and he doesn't get a lot of credit either for it. I'll just throw Julian in there.
He's the best.
Julian Consequence, for me, a guitarist would be really hard. I mean, it would be pretty like cliche, I think, to say Hendrix, because of all of his abilities.
Well, why you left?
Because he said it's cliche.
This next song is kind of a working title, but we like to call it 80. It's going to be called 80. I don't know.
Make sure you come down anytime. We got Facebook, we got YouTube, we got Instagram. We're all over the place. Make sure you check us out on Bandcamp, on Spotify.
Come on down to the internet.
Yeah.
And what's your band name again?
The Extrangers. How's that?
There's no S.
Nice.